guys, welcome back to Watch Me World channel. Today I'm going to be making some brown stew fish, and I'm just washing it with some lime and vinegar. Make sure to get off all the excess scales, and then you're going to just rinse that about 3 times. I am preparing this for dinner, but you can eat some fish anytime, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, guys. It's really your preference. I remember when I used to live in Jamaica, we used to have steamed fish for breakfast and also fried fish at Helsha Beach. So like, it's whatever you prefer. So now guys, let's get into getting our vegetables prepared for the dish. I am going to be using a barrage of vegetables today for this dish. I'm using some garlic, some Scotch bonnet pepper, some ginger, some red sweet pepper, also some tomatoes and green sweet pepper from my garden, as well as some scallion and or green onion, whichever you have, guys, and also some thyme and some okras. So I am using 2 fishes for this recipe today. So I am only going to be using 4 okras, and I'm going to be cutting them up small for this dish. You could add more, it depends on what you prefer, but honestly I'm the only one eating the fish, so I really don't want too much in it. I do like the flavor and texture of okra, but not too much. So yeah guys, once I get that all ready, I'm gonna set that aside to make my sauce. So I'm not going to be adding this onto my fish. I'm just going to be adding this into my sauce when I'm cooking it down. So once I get that all prepared, it's time to season up our fish, guys. So make sure that you dry your fish properly, because you are going to fry it first before you cook it down in your sauce. So now I'm just going to be slicing the sides, just 1 slice across the body, and then I'm gonna do that repeatedly for 4 times, because I did get it cut in half for me when I purchased it from the seafood store. So I did purchase this from my neighborhood, and they clean it up for you, and they also cut it however you prefer. So I got them to do that for me. But honestly guys, when you do get your fish, you still have to clean it up when you get home, because they don't do an awesome job and they leave a lot of scales on, and I don't know anybody who eats fish with scales on it. So make sure to clean off the scales. You can use the fork, you can also use the knife to just scrape that off, guys. So now I'm just going to be adding on the fish seasoning. I'm using the Maggi fish seasoning. I just purchased a small sachet of this. It also comes in a bottle, so you can purchase that if you're cooking a lot of fish and you want that fish taste. You can purchase that, but I'm using a small sachet. I'm also going to be crushing my pimentos, and I'm going to be sprinkling that onto my fish. And then I will be adding on my salt and also my black pepper. Like, fish doesn't need, especially snapper fish or parrot fish, it doesn't need a whole bunch of seasoning. Depends on what type of fish you're cooking, but I think for me this is enough. So I'm just using about 1 tablespoon of salt for this recipe. It's 2 medium-sized fishes, so you don't need a lot, guys. And then for the black pepper, about the same, 1 tablespoon or less, depending on your liking and how you want it to taste. But this is what I'm doing for my recipe. Now once I'm done with that, guys, I am going to make sure to massage that in properly onto my fish, making sure that it goes in every crevice and every part of the fish. And then I'm going to let that marinate for about an hour until I'm ready to cook it. So guys, as I mentioned before in my previous videos, whenever you're cooking any kind of Jamaican food or any kind of food period, you need to marinate it so that the seasoning soaks all the way through. Like, if you want your food to be really flavorful, marination is key. Like, you have to let it marinate for at least an hour, but ideally 24 hours is better. So once I get it all seasoned up properly, guys, I am going to be adding in some Scotch bonnet pepper into the little crevices of the fish, so that when it does fry, the Scotch bonnet flavor from the pepper will go into the fish. It will soak up into the fish. And then once I get that done, guys, I'm gonna set that aside to marinate for an hour. Then I will start to prepare the pot. So basically you're gonna turn your stove on to like a medium heat. Make sure that your oil is really hot before frying fish, because if you add the fish in and the oil is not hot, I am telling you, your fish is going to stick to the pot, and that is not the goal. You want your fish to come out nice and whole once you get it ready to be cooked down in your sauce. You don't want it to be sticking to the pot, so make sure that the oil is really hot, guys, before adding in your fish, and then you can turn it down periodically. So here I did burn my pepper and also my garlic before adding in my fish. You see that bubbling up? That is what you want to see when you add your fish in. That is telling you that your oil is really hot before adding it in. Now it's time to make our sauce, guys. So all the vegetables that I had cut up earlier, I'm just going to put it in the bowl, and then I'm adding in some granulated sugar as well as brown sugar and a few squeezes of ketchup as my base. And then I'm also going to be adding in some water just to mix that all together. And then of course I'm adding in my browning just to add to some color and flavor as well. Mix that all together, and then I'm going to just basically set that aside until I'm ready to cook down the fish, guys. Like, it's not hard to make your brown stew fish. Like, let me know how you guys make your brown stew fish as well. Some people don't like it sweet, but I do like that sweetish taste to it. Some people like it savory and peppery, but I like it nice and sweet. So now I'm just gonna cook down my sauce, guys, and once I cook it down, I add my fish in. And guess what? It's time to plate. So I'm eating this with some pumpkin rice and also some baked sweet potato, the Jamaican sweet potato. I'm just going to be slicing that in a few pieces just for my dish, guys. Like, this goes well with jerk chicken as well. It's really good. I will be doing a jerk chicken video soon, so stay tuned for that. And then I'm just adding some veg to that too, some broccoli and cauliflower. And then it's time to add in my fish, guys. There we go. So I'm just adding on my tail for my dinner. It's already cooked down in my sauce, and now it's time to add on my carrots and also some of the sauce from the fish. And then this is the end result, guys, of everything. Like, it came out really good. I did intend for this dish to be only for me, but my girls had some too. And here's the end result of the dish, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.